Hey Grazies, welcome back. I know you could tell I have a special guest, Kristen.
Hello.
I didn't get tea, but I did get you strawberry milk. I don't know if you like strawberry milk.
I do.
Okay, because when I saw pink, it reminded me of you.
Produce.
Oh my god.
It's produce.
I did not intend that. Tell me about how you started dancing or singing.
I basically started dancing whenever I was 2 years old until now. So literally I've been dancing my whole life.
Oh, okay.
I was doing studio dancing until I was 14, and then I joined a competitive dance team in my high school, and I went through college to do musical theater stuff. I've been doing choir since middle school till college. So.
Did you know K-pop since you were young?
I knew about K-pop when I was I want to say 11 or 12, because it's been 10 years since, because I got into it in 2008.
And you said SHINee was your...
Yeah, SHINee was my first group. My introductory group was Super Junior.
And who is your favorite group these days?
These days? Oh my god.
We have to say boy.
Okay,
who cares about girl group? Let's get
fair. I really like NCT a lot. So
NCT, ooh, okay. Who's your favorite?
Taeyong.
Taeyong, okay. I'm sorry, I feel old. Alright. Are you a group or solo?
Right now, I don't know yet, because my company initially took me on as a solo project, but we don't really know yet if it's gonna be a solo debut or a group debut.
What do you want?
What do I want? I'd be fine doing solo, but personally I feel like the bonuses of being in a group, granted you don't personally shine as much, but whatever you might be lacking in, someone else make it up for, and vice versa. So I feel like there's a bit of a safety net with a group.
So everyone wants to know, what is your audition process to Produce 48 and how do you get into those kind of auditions?
Like you said in your Pretty Rap Star video, it's 3 rounds of auditions, and they all vary. That's the thing. The first audition, it was I was in a panel room with 15 staff members with clipboards.
Wow.
It was a 2-hour process for me.
Not just 2-hour audition?
Yeah, not just because I had a translator. I was in there for so long. So long.
Auditioning you for 2 hours.
Yeah, no, I mean, they asked about my family and everything. They had me show the family pictures because they really want to know about my mom's story, because there's other half idols in the industry, but me being raised in America my whole life versus being half and raised in Korea, it's very different. So the first audition was me, a lot of talking, of course, the dance singing stuff, questions, and then second one was one-on-one interview kind of thing, and then you did a screen test kind of thing. You did some filming, because this year was in collaboration with AKB48 in a panel room full of mixed Japanese and Korean staff.
Did you know it was going to be like that?
Oh no, I had no idea. I walked in, I was terrified. The last audition was the scariest, because it was a literal panel, with the microphones and everything, individual desks, and people with clipboards just sitting there in suits, and I'm just it's not today, Lord, not today. It was intensive.
Quick question. So who was your favorite one-on-one member?
Oh, my favorite one-on-one member?
Okay, if you don't, have you ever met one of the boys?
I have not met them, but
really?
Daniel did come on set the first day with Somi.
You never met them? You don't run into each other?
No, and the thing is, my company films all of their music videos, but of course, I'm not just gonna awkwardly be on set for that, but
True.
One-on-one's really tight with my company, but I have never met the boys.
Episode 1, what is your first impression, feeling when you went into that big room?
On TV it looks huge, and in person it is huge. There's and the way all the chairs are set up, I was oh, this is like what I see on TV. Oh, it looks just like on TV. Wait, I'm on TV. Oh, wow.
Have you ever thought you were gonna go to that #1 chair?
Part of me was go for it, but then also I'm still not super familiar with Korean culture. I didn't want people to see me oh, the foreigner's gonna go for #1.
I would have been go girl, go,
I
go,
wanted
go,
to,
go. Who cares?
I wanted to, but I did not. I was too scared.
If you could go to the next season of Produce 101, what chair would you go?
Oh, I'd definitely go for probably 5. I would start high.
5,
still not 1, but 5.
If I were in Produce, I would sometimes think about it. What do you think I would be like?
Let's see.
What kind of character?
How would you be in the show?
Yeah.
Because you're a very strong
I'll probably be bitchy to everyone.
No, no.
Just kidding.
I don't know, you're just your own unique character.
I'll probably go to third chair, so I can move up.
There you go. There you go. Exactly.
What was the average time of filming?
For the first day of filming, when we're in the giant room with all the chairs and stuff, that was 24 hours in that studio. We got up, we had a brief food break, but then it's okay, go back to your chairs, and I was okay. Some days we would start filming at maybe 10, but we get up at 8, and then we go till 1, 2, 3 in the morning. It's a long time.
What if you have to go to the bathroom?
I mean, you're allowed to go to the bathroom. You go to the bathroom, but if somebody's in the middle of speaking, they're okay, wait till the instructions are done being given.
Was everyone well behaved?
Yeah, no, I mean, everyone, I think because everyone's a trainee, they know when to shut up, they know when to be serious, so I mean.
True, it's
it was a professional atmosphere. When we could have fun and goof around, we would, but when it was time to be trainee mode, it's okay.
Damn.
Trainee mode.
for the Pick Me camera test, how many days did you have and how long did you practice?
So we started learning Nekoya first thing in the morning one day, and then I think we had the rest of the day to kind of go through. So we had to learn the lyrics and the anmu as well. But altogether, I think we had either 1 or 2 complete days to work on it before we were tested.
1 day.
Yeah, basically. How long I practiced for it? Like, I picked up the choreography pretty quickly. That's one thing I'm very grateful.
Yeah.
As I can pick up choreography rather quickly.
Yeah.
But because this year's song wasn't just in Korean, it was in Japanese and Korean, and I'm not fluent in either language. So I like wrote down the lyrics like 6 times over by hand in my notebook just to get them in my head. And granted, I wrote the Japanese in like Hangul though because I can't remember hiragana and katakana well enough.
So after that chair moment, was it like that day and 1 day, or was it like a week later?
Yeah, it was the next day right off the bat we started learning Nekoya. So it was the next day.
So is the camera test, you really have 1 shot?
Yes, like there really is no redo. I was in B class when this happened, so all in B class would like sit down. They'd bring the camera and be like, okay, so first round we're gonna go through Korean, and then you all sit down again, go through the Japanese. So we have 2 chances technically.
What if you said, can I do it again? No, right? They wouldn't. The main big stage of Pick Me, how many times did you film that?
Okay, I think we filmed that for like 3 days. Not just like
3 days.
Not just like for the one video that we saw, because we did like different uniform versions too, and then we had like our solo cams that were filmed and everything. So I mean, it took a long time to film that because it was our first time working with the stage. Yeah. Sometimes we couldn't get the speeds to match when they're supposed to come together, go apart, and then the lifts sometimes would work on different timing on accident, so one half would raise before the other, and then drones and filming accidents. So
was there anything you did specifically, or any other girls that try to get more attention, even if whatever floor you were on? Like, did you try to wink a lot? Because I saw a lot of winks.
There was a lot of winks. There was a lot of winks this year. Yeah. I mean, I just danced. When it's the overall Nekoya, you know, the staff is informed who to film and for how long and whatnot, but like, nah, I just danced.
So are you like sexy? Are you like...
Kind of. It's hard to do sexy Nekoya. So.
That would be nice though.
It's a challenge, no sexy Nekoya.
Ooh, sexy Nekoya. So how do you do makeup and hair?
I'm assuming this is how it is for like any kind of show. There will be makeup and hair staff on set, but before you arrive on set, you typically go to the makeup shops beforehand. Depending on what we were filming, because it was always a filming day. There's no days when you're just practicing. Everything was filmed. Always. Yeah. 24 hours. Exactly. I don't feel like people know that. I feel like people think, oh, there's just days when they film, there's days when they don't. No, every day.
They follow you to the bathroom, right? Sometimes. Well, the managers. Yeah,
if someone's crying, they'll bring the camera like, I kid you not, that happened. I cried a lot.
You did?
I did. I cried a lot.
Wait, why?
It's not that anything was like strenuous. It's not like, oh, the dances are so hard, oh, the lyrics are so hard. It's just I felt very alone at times because I really did not speak Korean well at the time. Granted, there were girls that spoke to me in English and there were girls really nice and friendly to me, but at the same time, if you go in somewhere being an absolute stranger, you're going to have that residual feeling of loneliness. Plus, I literally just moved to Korea. Like, I went to produce immediately when I moved to Korea, basically. But I'm okay now.
Did they like film that scene?
No.
No? No. I would have been like, stop, she's crying. Everyone wants to know, how do you communicate with the Japanese troops?
Before I came to Korea, I was still in college. I was studying Japanese actually. Very, very, very basic level, but like I knew enough to ask what I needed to. Plus they understood English at least. If I had to Japanglish a sentence, it worked.
How did like the other girls talk?
The other girls would try to speak to them in English. It was a very weird mix of everyone kind of not knowing the language, but then they would use a little bit of it to be like, do you understand? So
was the Japanese students really nice?
You know, they're all really friendly to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think Produce 101 is based on looks more than talents?
I would definitely say no. Everybody brings something different to the table. That's the thing. So I mean, for example, someone could be like, oh my god, so amazingly pretty, great with their face, but maybe they're not the strongest vocalist or dancer, or vice versa. So I mean, you know, with the way things work out in these things, I feel like it's not necessarily based on looks versus talent or in combination of. It's more or less just who's the most interesting person to watch.
Okay, so I had about 500 questions being asked to you. Questions that you guys sent. Was there anyone who acted nice on camera but was a complete different person off camera? I'm ready for this.
Okay, so being completely honest, from what I experienced, the girls that I did hang out with, like during filming and behind the scenes, they were completely the same. Like absolute sweethearts, really kind to me, really thoughtful. And also because the way Produce works, you know, there's different classes. It's the A, B, C, D, F ranks, and then you have your groups and everything. You really don't get to interact with each other a lot unless it's like lunch. But even so, different groups take breaks at different times. From what I observed, no, everyone was very organic, to me at least.
I know that like when you were doing like that group mission, like Pikapu and other stuff, there were like people competing for the first main spot. How do you even choose main? Like, why would you want to give it away?
The way my group did it, at least, is we all sat in a circle. We started being like, okay, so who wants main vocal? And then we would raise our hands, and then we would sing part of it, and then it would be kind of like a, you know, like head down, hand up kind of thing. It was fair voting in the group how we did things. Some people during our group battle were saying, why didn't Alex go for main vocal or something? Yeah. I actually did. But my group voted for Gyuri. So that's just how it is. I mean, that's fine. I was fine with that.
Why do you think these girls picked these girls specifically?
I mean, Illuid is like insanely pretty, so I get why she's center. She's like insanely pretty. And then Gyuri, she's already debuted. She was from idol school. So I mean, I guess it'd be a little secure to have an already existing.
So it matters that your group does well.
Yeah, it very much so does, because in the group battle, the winning team out of the two would get an 1,000-point bonus. So that basically means you're guaranteed safe.
Are you happy with the current Izay 101 lineup? Be honest. No, because she's not in there.
Like, no, not in a shade. We're like, I'm glad I didn't debut with Izone.
What?
Izone. I feel like I'm not ready personally. Because even just watching my training videos, like sitting back and watching things, I'm like, okay, I'm getting better. So I'm seeing improvement.
But if you had to take one member out and put yourself in, who would it be?
Oh no. Oh no.
Wait, that doesn't mean you don't like this person. It means like you could fill it in as like.
Okay, you know what? If that's the case, I'll take Yabuki Nako out because we're the same height, so it wouldn't show much difference.
Oh, okay. What is one best memory you have from Produce 48?
Like, it was a stressful time, but like so many good things came out of it though. Probably during the group battle practice, Soyu actually complimented my vocals and said I had made vocal like status in the group. So.
And they still didn't pick you?
But that just like, because Soyu, like in general, Sister is one of the groups I really looked up to vocally and performance wise. So hearing that from Soyu, I was just like,
wow. Were some of the girls being forced to diet, lose weight?
From what I know, yes, there were girls on very strict diets.
Wow, from their companies?
Yes, from their companies. Produce itself does not say diet. Like, you know, it's always up to the company. Some of the girls were on very, very, very strict diets. Others were not. At the time, I was not, but then actually I was recommended to go to a diet clinic to begin a diet. And at the time on Produce, I weighed 43 kilograms.
Damn.
They wanted me to go down to 35 kilograms. And for those of you who don't know what kilograms is, so that I was about 96 pounds at the time, they wanted me to drop down to 77 pounds.
Oh my god, no.
We weighed my BMI and everything, and it showed I'm like 17% body fat, and like the average human needs like 15 to live or something.
Yeah.
And then I'm like over 65% body muscle, so that would have been losing a lot of muscle.
What do you mean like strict diet with the other girls? What did they do?
When we had lunchtime and stuff, you know, some of them were like, no, I'm gonna stick to what my company says, I'm not gonna eat. Some girls were like eating, and like I brought one of my friends food every day because she was not allowed to eat necessarily. So I brought her food. I'm like, girlie, you gotta eat.
What do you mean?
Eat.
Like they see her? Like watch her?
From what I understood, I guess some of the staff told her staff that she was eating. So.
Like the staff from Mnet was telling the staff. Are they getting paid to be like sneaky?
I don't really know. But I gave her food every day because I'm like, you need to eat something, baby.
God. Would you ever join another survival show?
Oh yeah, no, definitely. Oh. Yeah, I mean, if given the opportunity, I would definitely like to. Considering that Produce is like the survival show in Korea, having gone through one once, I wouldn't mind going through another show or like another season of Produce even. So,
do you get any love calls or something from the TV programs about joining another show?
I haven't yet.
Do you know that there's something coming up that you want to try?
I do. Okay. Will not name the project, but I do know there's something coming up that I want to do and actually might do.
When is that? Next year?
Yes, next year.
Next year. Is it like group, same concept?
Similar.
What is one biggest lesson you took away from being on Produce 48?
Okay. If you feel like you have the confidence to do something and you really want to go do something and get it, do it. Don't hold back. So during one of the practice times for Peekaboo, it was during one of our dance dance critique times I got. Basically at that time she was like, okay, we might need to reconsider center. So if you want to be center, come up, do the routine, and show what you have to offer basically. So Idon, of course, did it to like, you know, try to keep her spot. Changyuri wanted to attempt center. I really wanted to do center because after they were done, she was like, does anybody else want to try? And I remember some of the girls looked at me and I'm like, I want to do, but I'm not going to.
What, you didn't raise your hand?
Yeah, no, I was too nervous because, again, looping back to like what I said earlier with me wanting to go to the #1 chair or something, I didn't know how it would look for like the American to be like, oh, I'm gonna try to snatch center. Not that that was the mindset, or not that that's how it should be perceived. Yeah, I didn't want to come off too strong at first.
Next time you have to.
Next time I'm gonna go for center.
All right.
So.
How are the contestants treated in the show, and was there any favoritism?
I mean, again, honestly, just from what I know, there was no favoritism, no matter if you're from a big company or a small company. Like me, my company literally started this year.
Yeah.
There was no favoritism. The staff absolutely adored me. They were really nice to me. Anytime I had a mental breakdown, they're like, okay, are you okay? Do you need some food? Do you need some water? Like, I mean, even when I got injured, they called my staff panicking. They're like, okay, we need her. Is she okay? Please get her to the hospital. So there was no favoritism, honestly.
It doesn't matter if you're in YG, no-name company. What was the biggest struggle you faced during the show?
What was hard for me was getting through peekaboo with an injury. So like this is my leg, and like, this is my knee or something. My foot slid like this, but my knee stayed in place or something. So as the day progressed, I'm like, okay, ow, pain, ow. Oh, I can't walk. Okay. Wow. So that's when the staff called my staff and was like, okay, get her to the hospital, please. And see, initially when I went to the doctor, they said I should take 2 months off dancing, which was not possible because I had my evaluation in 2 weeks. So I mean, when it came to the day of actually like doing it, you know, I did it. I did not wear my knee brace. We were wearing very thin heels. So
how did you do that, girl?
You know, I cried after I got off stage because I was like, pain. But during it, I'm like,
which of the trainings are you still friends with or hang out with?
So definitely one of the Korean 연습 songs from this year, Park Soyoung, Roya. I'm like tight with her. I love her to pieces.
How about the Isay one members?
Yeah. I'm still friends with Choyena. We keep in contact with Kakao. She's been really busy with mama stuff lately. But like we're still going back and forth. So
do you think there's unbalanced, unfair screen time? I definitely have to say yes.
Without being salty, I do agree, yes. The screen time is very unbalanced. But then again, if you look at it from like a business perspective, this is a TV show. This is for entertainment. Some of my friends got no screen time. I look back on the show and was like, I didn't see them once. Wow. I don't think there was any specific thing you needed to be on screen. Because I am a very strange individual, and you know, I did funny things here and there, but they weren't aired. So I mean, I don't think it really matters if you're like super well behaved and reserved versus if you're a little wacky and crazy.
Do you think it had to do with like the company power maybe?
You know, I really don't know because people from smaller companies sometimes are given decent screen time. People from the big companies are given decent screen time. So really, I don't really know.
You don't know.
I don't really know.
What would Alex like to do if you were not an artist?
Not that like I'm thinking about quitting anytime soon, but I've been thinking about this a lot nowadays actually because I recently came back from America, so I kind of got to spend time with my family, my friends again. And I got to watch this one TV channel that I really liked, which is ID. I actually intended on going to college for forensic pathology because I wanted to be a mortician.
Nice. That's scary.
It is, but I really like the human body, physiology, biology, that kind of stuff. So
you get lots of money?
Yes.
Okay.
Forensic pathology and forensic radiology make a lot of money.
Get that coin then. What is your plan from now on?
It's definitely just train until debut, which should be late next year at the earliest, like praying. Like whenever I do debut, I really want to be someone that's like, through my music, I want to be inspirational, not like reach for the stars or cut a silver line, but you know, real life inspiration, things that people can relate to.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Alex, for coming here. You
Thank
guys,
you for having me.
To say we recorded this once and this is our second time recording because the audio was not chill. Yeah, thank you so much for joining. I hope you guys enjoyed that.
Yeah.
So I'll see you next time in the next video.
Yes, definitely.
Are you down? Okay.
I'm down,
Well,
definitely.
cheers.
Cheers to that.
Bye.